Hi, Dysthymic Dad here. I'm going to do a different video today. I'm going to do one on myself. There's been some questions about some things, and I also wanted to just address some others, so I thought I'd put them all into a single video. I'll just start off with the channel name, Dysthymic Dad. Dysthymia is sometimes referred to as chronic depression. I don't like that term. I think dysthymia is it's kind of its own separate thing. With depression, real depression is you can't get out of bed, you can't shower, you can't work. It's not like it is in the movies. And with real depression, though, it's not necessarily something that just goes on forever. I mean, depression is typically, a crash, a depressive low, in a person's life, and then they come out of it. So, it's something that happens. Whereas dysthymia is forever. I mean, it's just basically your life. And the way I describe dysthymia is that if your baseline experience going through life is a 5 out of 10, where if everything is perfect and great, you're at 10, and if everything's awful and horrible and it's the worst day ever and you're at a 1, then your baseline's 5. When you have dysthymia, your baseline is a 3. And that's just kind of how you go through life. You just, you don't have the same depressive low that you do in classic, depression, clinical depression, we'll call it. So with the dysthymia, I really don't have, days where I can't get out of bed or I can't go to work. It's just, instead of being at that 5 out of 10 baseline for my experience of life, I'm at a 3 out of 10. And so, it's kind of like going through life wearing a backpack that weighs, 100 pounds, and I have 25-pound boots on each foot. It's just, it's a lot of effort to get through every day forever. And so that's dysthymia. Sometimes it's referred to as bipolar 2, which is very confusing to me because it's completely different. But bipolar 2, let me explain. So bipolar, say you have your baseline 5. Bipolar, you go up to say 7, and that's your manic phase, and then you maybe go down to your depressive low, and you're down to 3, and then you go up and down. And the point with bipolar is that your moods and experience of life changes without any external stimuli. So you might just be sitting on your couch and you could go into a manic phase, and you're 7 out of 10. You're like, yeah, I've got this energy and I feel great, I feel intense. Or you might be sitting on the couch and go down to a 3, and you're just like, oh, this day's horrible. I just want to go take a nap. And the thing is, nothing's happening around you. The thing with bipolar is that up and down is all chemical. It's all in your head. But the thing is, you experience life that way. To you, it's not something that you choose to do. It's just that's the filter that you are experiencing life with at that time. So bipolar 2, I have that I would say in addition to dysthymia, is where it's just as I described, except instead of the baseline being 5, the baseline is 3. So my manic states are not typically 10s. They're more, 5, 6, 7s. And my depressive lows are still, going down, 1, 2, 3, depending on, just kind of the severity of that particular episode. So, in addition, I have ultradian, which is such a funny word. The ultradian bipolar 2, which stands for ultra rapid cycling bipolar. At its worst, I will go from manic to depressed in 15 minutes and back up to manic and back down to depressed 15 minutes later. And it is horrible. Like I said, it is horrible because it has nothing to do with anything going on externally. When I'm rapid cycling, my moods are shifting. I have no control over them. I am on a roller coaster going from manic highs to depressive lows, and there's nothing I can do except hold on and just wait for it to end. So as far as my diagnosed mental illness, dysthymic and bipolar 2. For some reason, a couple of people have asked me about autism. Which I find hilarious, but I took I want to say the Q test, like the short one, and on that one, my answers came out as sub autistic, not autistic, but having some traits of autism, and that didn't sit well with me. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? So I took the Radar R or whatever, the super long 200 question one, and ended up with the same response, or the same result. And so I guess I would say based upon those two tests that I am not clinically autistic, including on the spectrum. I am not within that range. I am below that, but I do have one or two traits that are align with autism. I mean, I can't even remember which specific traits those were. Sometimes people bug me, and I don't like crowds. If that makes me, that's, borderline autistic, so be it. Yeah, I just wanted to, address those things, just so that, people would, know that about me and the channel, just because I know that, dysthymia, dysthymic, that's not a term that is used very often. So hopefully this has been entertaining. Thanks.